In this video, we pay tribute to legendary wrestlers who've left us, celebrating their unforgettable impact on wrestling. We also discuss emotional updates about Jimmy Uso that have moved fans worldwide. Remember their incredible legacies with us, and subscribe to ensure their stories continue to inspire generations. Adrian Adonis, born Keith Franca on September 15, 1954, was a standout American professional wrestler remembered for his dynamic in-ring skills and bold, flamboyant persona. Starting his career in the 1970s, Adonis initially made waves with a tough, biker-inspired character. Sporting leather jackets and a rebellious attitude, he quickly gained recognition in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and later the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE. In the mid-1980s, Adrian Adonis reinvented himself with the adorable Adrian Adonis gimmick, a groundbreaking character that challenged wrestling norms of the era. Embracing a flashy, colorful look, complete with bleached blonde hair and eye-catching ring attire, he portrayed a heel, a villainous role that drew strong reactions from fans. This transformation allowed Adonis to showcase his versatility and charisma, making him a memorable figure on WWE television. One of Adonis's most notable storylines was his heated rivalry with Rowdy Roddy Piper. Their exchanges on Piper's Pit became some of the most talked-about segments of the time, blending sharp promos with dramatic tension. This feud culminated in a high-profile match at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, cementing Adonis's place in wrestling history. Tragically, Adrian Adonis's promising career was cut short when he died in a car accident in Lewisport, Newfoundland, at just 33 years old. His unexpected sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, but his legacy endures. Adonis is celebrated for breaking stereotypes with his unique character work and leaving an indelible mark on the industry. His blend of charisma, talent, and innovation continues to inspire wrestlers and fans, ensuring that Adrian Adonis remains a beloved figure in wrestling history. Misty Blue Simmons, born Diane Cotton Simmies on February 8, 1956, was a trailblazing figure in American professional wrestling, widely admired for her role in advancing women's wrestling. Starting her career in the mid-1980s, she trained under the legendary Killer Kowalski, a mentorship that helped shape her into a skilled and charismatic athlete. She made her wrestling debut in 1985 and quickly made a name for herself with her athleticism, powerful in-ring style, and strong connection with the audience. Simmons competed across various wrestling promotions, including occasional appearances in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Known for her high-energy performances and commanding presence, she became a standout performer during a time when women's wrestling was still fighting for broader recognition. Her matches showcased not only her physical skill but also her ability to engage fans, helping to raise the profile of women wrestlers in a predominantly male-dominated industry. Beyond her in-ring achievements, Misty Blue Simmons was respected for her dedication to the sport and her commitment to empowering women athletes. She played a significant part in the evolution of women's professional wrestling by paving the way for future generations and challenging the limitations placed on female wrestlers. Her influence extended beyond her own matches, inspiring others to pursue wrestling with passion and professionalism. Misty Blue Simmons. Her was met with heartfelt tributes from fans and fellow wrestlers who celebrated her talent and the lasting impact she had on the wrestling world. Though she is no longer with us, her legacy lives on through the progress and increased visibility of women's wrestling, an area she helped shape through her dedication and pioneering spirit. Billy Graham, born Eldridge Wayne Coleman on June 7, 1943 in Phoenix, Arizona, was a pioneering professional wrestler and bodybuilder whose impact reshaped the wrestling world. Before stepping into the ring, Graham built an impressive bodybuilding career, training alongside legends like Arnold Schwarzenegger. His powerful physique and striking look made wrestling a natural path, leading to his debut in 1969. Adopting the ring name Superstar Billy Graham, an homage to the famous evangelist, he quickly became known for his flamboyant style, bleached blonde hair, and colorful tie-dye outfits. At a time when wrestlers typically had a more straightforward image, Graham's charismatic promos filled with rhymes and swagger revolutionized how wrestlers presented themselves. His unique blend of showmanship and athleticism made him a standout. In 1977, Graham reached the peak of his career by defeating Bruno Sammartino to capture the WWF Heavyweight Championship. This win was historic, as Graham was among the first villains to hold the title for a lengthy reign, lasting nearly 10 months. During that time, he defended the championship against top contenders, cementing his status as a major star. Billy Graham's influence extends far beyond his championship run. Wrestling icons like Hulk Hogan, Jesse the Body Ventura, and Ric Flair have credited him for inspiring their personas and promo styles. However, Graham's career was marred by injuries and health problems, worsened by steroid use, a topic he later openly criticized. After retiring, Graham faced numerous health struggles but remained an important voice in wrestling. In 2004, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, honoring his lasting legacy. Billy Graham leaving behind a legacy as one of wrestling's true trailblazers. Joyce Grable, born on November 9, 1952, was a trailblazer in women's professional wrestling whose impact remains deeply felt. Launching her career in the 1970s, a time when female wrestlers were often overlooked, Grable quickly rose to prominence thanks to her remarkable athleticism and magnetic presence inside the ring. Throughout her extensive career, Joyce competed in top wrestling promotions like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. She earned widespread respect not only for her technical skill and in-ring charisma, but also for her ability to tell compelling stories through her matches. This combination made her a fan favorite and a standout competitor against some of the era's biggest women wrestlers. Grable's wrestling style was both dynamic and precise, featuring signature moves that highlighted her agility and strength. She held multiple championships over the years, proving her mettle as a formidable athlete and champion. Her in-ring performances helped to elevate women's wrestling during a pivotal era, contributing to greater visibility and opportunities for female wrestlers who followed. Beyond her athletic accomplishments, Joyce Grable was admired for her dedication and passion for the wrestling community. She served as an advocate for women in wrestling, helping to push the boundaries of what was possible for female athletes in the sport. Joyce Grable, but her legacy lives on. Remembered as both a fierce competitor and a pioneer, she paved the way for future generations of women wrestlers. Her influence continues to inspire fans and wrestlers alike, ensuring that her contributions to the world of professional wrestling will not be forgotten. Jean LaBelle, born October 9, 1932, was a pioneering legend in professional wrestling, martial arts, and stunt work, widely known as the godfather of grappling. His career spanned decades and left a lasting impact on both the sports and entertainment worlds. LaBelle's martial arts journey began early, training rigorously in judo, wrestling, and other disciplines. This solid foundation propelled him into professional wrestling during the 1950s, where his unmatched grappling skills and technical mastery quickly set him apart. Competing in prominent promotions like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, LaBelle became a standout athlete admired for his athleticism and in-ring expertise. His charismatic persona and dynamic performances won him a devoted fan following. Beyond the wrestling ring, LaBelle forged a successful career as a stuntman and fight choreographer. His deep knowledge of martial arts and wrestling made him a highly sought consultant for film and television productions. He worked on iconic shows such as The Green Hornet and The A-Team, helping create realistic and thrilling fight scenes that showcased his unique skill set. LaBelle's influence extended well beyond entertainment. He played a crucial role in popularizing mixed martial arts, MMA, bridging the gap between traditional wrestling techniques and modern combat sports. Many fighters and martial artists have credited him as an inspiration and mentor who helped shape the evolution of grappling and MMA. Jean LaBelle leaving behind a powerful legacy. Remembered for his incredible athletic ability, groundbreaking work in stunt coordination, and pioneering spirit in combat sports, LaBelle's impact continues to resonate. He inspired countless athletes and entertainers, earning his place as a true icon in the worlds of wrestling, martial arts, and stunt performance. Salvatore Bellomo, born on June 18, 1951, was a respected and charismatic figure in professional wrestling whose career spanned several decades. Rising to prominence in the 1970s and 1980s, Bellomo made a name for himself wrestling in multiple promotions, most notably the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF. His engaging personality, combined with a dynamic and versatile wrestling style, quickly earned him a devoted fan base. Bellomo's in-ring abilities stood out for their blend of agility, technical skill, and adaptability. Whether working as a high flyer or employing a more grounded technical approach, he showcased an impressive range that allowed him to face off against some of wrestling's biggest stars with credibility and flair. His colorful persona and passionate performances made him a memorable competitor who left a strong impression on fans and peers alike. Beyond his success inside the ring, Bellomo was also highly regarded for his commitment to the wrestling community off-screen. He dedicated significant time to mentoring and training aspiring wrestlers, generously sharing his extensive knowledge and experience. Through his guidance, many young talents learned to navigate the demanding and often unpredictable world of professional wrestling, benefiting from his wisdom and support. Salvatore Bellomo, but his legacy lives on. His contributions to the sport, both as a performer and mentor, continue to be celebrated by fans and wrestlers who remember his passion and dedication. Bellomo's influence extends beyond his memorable matches, embodying the spirit of wrestling as a craft and a community. His memory endures in the stories shared by those he inspired, ensuring that his impact on professional wrestling will be cherished for years to come. Charlie Norris, born on October 21, 1963 in Red Lake, Minnesota, was a respected American professional wrestler best known for his work in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, during 1993. Growing up on the Red Lake Indian Reservation, Norris graduated from Red Lake Senior High School in 1984 before beginning his wrestling training under the guidance of Eddie Sharkey in 1988. Norris quickly made a name for himself in the Minnesota wrestling scene, particularly in the local promotion Pro Wrestling America, PWA. There, he became a top star and a consistent main eventer. His breakthrough came on October 4, 1989, when he captured the PWA Heavyweight Championship by defeating Ricky Rice. This victory marked the start of a strong championship run, as Norris held the title for 8 months before Rice regained it in May 1990. Throughout his time in PWA, Norris became a dominant force, winning the heavyweight championship 5 times in total. He also found success in tag team competition, securing the PWA Tag Team Championship twice, which further cemented his reputation as one of the promotion's leading performers. In 1991, Norris was briefly considered for a Native American wrestling character in the World Wrestling Federation, a role that eventually went to Chris Chavis. Though Norris never joined the WWF, he continued to build his career and eventually landed a spot in WCW in 1993, where he showcased his talents on a larger stage. Charlie Norris, leaving behind a legacy as a trailblazer in professional wrestling, especially as a Native American athlete. His contributions to the sport helped raise awareness and representation for Native wrestlers, making a lasting impact on the wrestling community and beyond. Jonathan Solofa Fatu, known to millions worldwide as Jimmy Uso, has been one of the most influential and enduring figures in WWE's tag team division for over a decade. As one half of the iconic tag team, the Usos, alongside his twin brother Jey Uso, Jimmy has dazzled fans with his explosive in-ring style, magnetic charisma, and undeniable chemistry with his brother. Together, they've raised the bar for tag team wrestling, delivering match after match that combined athleticism, storytelling, and sheer heart. Yet, beneath the bright lights and roaring crowds lies a story not just of success, but of resilience. Jimmy's career, like many professional wrestlers, has been punctuated by a series of injuries, some severe enough to threaten his trajectory. Beyond the physical toll, the wrestling world has seen swirling rumors, some rooted in truth, others wildly exaggerated, about his health and career prospects. This article aims to give a comprehensive look at Jimmy Uso's injury journey, how he has overcome these physical setbacks, and to dispel myths and misconceptions surrounding his health. On the man behind the mask, Jimmy Uso's rise and role in WWE. Before diving into the specifics of his injuries, it's worth appreciating the magnitude of Jimmy Uso's career and the role he plays within WWE. Emerging from the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, whose lineage includes greats like Roman Reigns, The Rock, Rikishi, and Yokozuna, Jimmy has carried the family name with pride and passion. Debuting in WWE's developmental territories around 2010, Jimmy and Jay were quickly promoted to the main roster. From their initial underdog roles to becoming multi-time tag team champions, the Usos have been synonymous with excellence in tag team wrestling. Their blend of Samoan heritage, streetwise swagger, and in-ring prowess has made them fan favorites and key players in WWE storylines for over a decade. Injury history. Trials that tested Jimmy's fighting spirit. Professional wrestling is a demanding, high-risk career. Every move, every slam, and every leap comes with inherent danger. Jimmy Uso's injury history reflects both the physical sacrifices wrestlers endure and the mental toughness required to return. 1. The devastating knee injury and ACL surgery, 2020. One of the most pivotal moments in Jimmy's career came in early 2020, during a period when WWE was shifting its presentation due to the global pandemic. At WrestleMania 36, Jimmy competed in a high-stakes ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Ladder matches are notorious for their risk. Wrestlers climb precariously and perform high-flying stunts that push the human body to its limits. During this brutal match, Jimmy sustained a catastrophic injury to his knee. Medical evaluations revealed a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, one of the most serious injuries a wrestler can face. The ACL is a key ligament that stabilizes the knee. A tear means instability, intense pain, and the necessity for reconstructive surgery. In May 2020, Jimmy underwent ACL surgery, a complex procedure that requires not just physical healing but months of painstaking rehabilitation. Recovery from ACL surgery generally ranges from 6 to 9 months, but the rigors of WWE performance often demand more cautious and thorough rehab. The injury was not only physically painful but also an emotional challenge for Jimmy. Wrestling is not just a job for him, it's a calling, a family legacy, and a source of identity. Being sidelined indefinitely during a critical time in his career tested his mental resilience. Fans and wrestling pundits alike speculated endlessly about his return. Would he come back stronger? Would his style have to change? Fortunately, after nearly a year of intense rehab, Jimmy made a triumphant return in May 2021. He aligned himself with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline faction, a storyline that would cement his place in WWE history and prove that the injury had not diminished his competitive fire. 2. Shoulder and rib injuries. Battles from 2015 to 2016, Jimmy's injury woes began earlier as well, with a series of injuries that tested his durability. In 2015, Jimmy suffered a significant shoulder injury. Shoulder injuries are particularly debilitating for wrestlers, affecting their ability to perform lifts, strikes, and power moves. This injury forced him out of action for several months, during which he underwent rehabilitation to regain full mobility and strength. Adding insult to injury, in early 2016, Jimmy endured painful rib injuries following a violent match on SmackDown. While rib injuries generally don't require surgery, they are extremely painful and make basic movements like breathing and twisting agonizing. Despite the discomfort, Jimmy showed incredible toughness by continuing to work through the pain, demonstrating his commitment to the WWE audience. Both injuries, while not as headline-grabbing as his ACL tear, significantly impacted his performance and required adjustments to his wrestling style to avoid aggravating the injuries. 3. The concussion scare of 2019 concussions have become one of the most talked about issues in professional wrestling, given their long-term risks. WWE has invested heavily in concussion protocols to protect their superstars. In 2019, Jimmy Uso suffered a concussion scare during a live event. Although he was immediately pulled from action and placed under medical observation, Jimmy was later cleared to return after undergoing the proper evaluations. This incident underscored WWE's commitment to the health and safety of its talent, ensuring no wrestler returns prematurely. Despite the scare, there was never a suggestion from medical professionals that Jimmy's concussion would be career-ending. Nevertheless, the wrestling community, always alert to injuries, circulated rumors, some exaggerating the severity of the injury. 4. Hand and wrist injuries, the less publicized battles. In addition to the headline injuries, Jimmy has battled multiple minor hand and wrist injuries throughout his career. While these injuries didn't require surgery or extended time off, they did impact his ability to perform certain maneuvers that require grip strength and hand dexterity. Jimmy's adaptability shone through here. He modified his in-ring style and compensated with other strengths, ensuring his performance remained at an elite level despite these physical challenges. Dispelling the rumors, separating fact from fiction. As one of WWE's most high-profile talents, Jimmy Uso has been the subject of numerous rumors concerning his health, many based on speculation rather than fact. Let's address some of the most common misconceptions. Rumor number 1, Jimmy Uso's career was in jeopardy after his ACL injury. One of the loudest rumors following Jimmy's 2020 ACL injury was that his career might be over. Such fears are understandable given the severity of ACL injuries and the demanding nature of professional wrestling. However, Jimmy's return in 2021 decisively proved these rumors false. Not only did he return, but his in-ring performances have demonstrated no decline in athleticism or skill. His renewed role within the Bloodline storyline only reinforced his status as a top-tier performer. Rumor number 2. Jimmy Uso suffered a career-ending concussion. The concussion scare in 2019 sparked talk that Jimmy might have sustained permanent damage or would have to retire. Thankfully, WWE's rigorous medical protocols ensured Jimmy was fully cleared before returning. His subsequent matches and stamina clearly show that the concussion did not end his career. Rumor number 3, Jimmy Uso has chronic health issues preventing him from wrestling. Some sources speculated about undisclosed chronic health conditions that might force Jimmy out of wrestling in the long term. There is no credible evidence supporting these claims. Jimmy has been active consistently since his return from injuries, and his performance remains strong. The absence of any official medical statements about chronic conditions strongly suggests these rumors are baseless. Rumor number 4. Jimmy Uso's injuries have weakened his performance. Critics sometimes argue that wrestlers return from injury diminished or less effective. Jimmy Uso's post-injury matches, including tag team bouts with Jey Uso, have been some of the most exhilarating in WWE. His chemistry with Jey and his athletic prowess remain intact, showcasing a performer who has not just survived injuries but thrived afterward. The indomitable spirit, Jimmy Uso's resilience and work ethic. What sets Jimmy apart isn't just his ability to recover physically, but the mindset with which he approaches these setbacks. Wrestling is a demanding sport. It's as much a mental challenge as a physical one. Being sidelined, facing uncertainty about one's career, and enduring painful rehab tests a wrestler's fortitude. Jimmy's resilience can be traced back to several factors. Family legacy. The Anoa'i. Family legacy instills a deep sense of pride and responsibility. For Jimmy, wrestling isn't just a career, it's carrying on a family tradition. Passion for wrestling. Jimmy's love for the sport fuels his motivation. He has often spoken about the emotional connection he has with performing and entertaining fans. Work ethic. Time and again, Jimmy has demonstrated dedication to rehab and training. His willingness to adapt his style and put in the necessary work to return at full strength is a testament to his professionalism. Mental toughness. Injuries often bring fear and doubt, but Jimmy has consistently shown mental resilience, focusing on the goal of returning better and stronger. What the future holds for Jimmy Uso in WWE? Jimmy Uso's journey is far from over. His resilience and recent resurgence as part of the Bloodline faction have cemented his status as a central figure in WWE's present and future. Whether continuing as one half of the Usos, taking on solo challenges, or helping usher in a new generation of talent, Jimmy's influence is undeniable. Injuries may continue to be part of his path. They are for all professional wrestlers, but his history shows that he can overcome adversity. Fans can expect more electrifying performances, emotional storytelling, and hard-hitting matches from Jimmy Uso. His story is one of a warrior who fights not just opponents, but also the physical and mental battles that come with the territory. Conclusion: the legacy of a true WWE warrior. Jimmy Uso's wrestling career is a compelling story of highs and lows, victories and injuries, rumors and truths. From the devastating ACL injury in 2020 to the concussion scare and multiple other setbacks, Jimmy has faced challenges that might have ended lesser careers. Yet, through sheer will, dedication, and love for wrestling, he has returned time and again to the squared circle, thrilling fans and adding new chapters to his legacy. While rumors will always swirl around high-profile athletes, the facts about Jimmy Uso's health and performance tell a story of resilience, strength, and passion. WWE fans can rest assured that Jimmy Uso is not only still in the game, but still one of the fiercest competitors in the business. As WWE evolves, so too does Jimmy Uso, a fighter who exemplifies the spirit of professional wrestling. His journey inspires not just wrestling fans, but anyone who faces adversity and chooses to fight back. And for many, Jimmy Uso is, and will continue to be, a true warrior inside and outside the ring.